Hello there and welcome to my channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. Thank you so much for popping by. It's so much appreciated. If you're new to my channel, make sure you put your channel as a comment in my comment section under this video, because I always check out channels that comment and I like to say hello. And I've just actually gone on to another channel that's just commenting on one of my channels, and I'm going to promote that channel. So that's how it's going to work, basically. If I see something I really like, then of course I will recommend it to you. So always put in the comments your channel and then I can go and take a look. So here is the shout out. So I've just gone over to my Word doc so I can actually put the link in the comments. So I'm just copying it so I can paste it now in the comment section. If you don't get the comments come up on your video when you're playing this back, then do just ask me for the link to the channel that I recommended and give me a bit of a clue, because I'm always doing shout outs for channels. So give me a clue what the channel's about. And basically, I went on and, as I say, had a look because they keep commenting under my channels, and they're actually commenting under my other channel, New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. But I will give them a shout out over all my channels. That's the least I can do. So I clicked on because they kept commenting, and I took a look at their channel, and there's a few on the channel. I'm going to go back and watch some more of them. And they're very satisfying videos. They've got a car wheel driving over things. The whole video is just, that's satisfying. I think I put that in the comment there. Very satisfying video. Basically, they filmed the car wheel and things underneath and driving over them. I won't spoil it by telling you some of the things, but there's more than one video of this. And if you know, I always ask for videos or channels that are a little bit different. So I'm always promoting channels that are a little bit more chill and not just people and their lives, something else, some other really cool content. And I'd like to think that's fairly original, perhaps not, I don't know, but that's what I'm looking for, things that are a little bit different out there. Just realised I think you'll look at my ceiling. I don't think you want to watch my ceiling. So do go and have a look there. And if you're listening, it is at symbol NAFEX, I'll start again, at symbol NAFEX, NAFEX 3740, NAFEX 3740. So as I say, if you don't get that, if you're busy doing your gardening or whatever while you're listening to my live, as I know many people do, then just ask me for the channel with the car tyre driving over things. So that's the one to look for. And let's have a look now at what else is going to be coming up on today's channel. So being a Friday, we're going to do our Friday film footage today. It's very short little clip of chameleons in my garden. We see them so much. It's probably one of the things we see most of all after birds and geckos. Couldn't think of the word then. Geckos and little lizards. It's probably the thing we see more. We see a lot of hedgehogs. If you want to see more of the wildlife in my garden, then do check out my main channel, which has more of the Cyprus things, and that is New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. We've got today question of the day, and that's based on animals. So we've got question of the day. If we have time, we'll play a quick game today. If you're into games, a really fun little quick game. We have quote corner, story time. I'm continuing with the story I'm reading so far. It's a real story. And of course, quiz time. So let's mix it up today. Let's do a little bit of a different order. Let's start today with the Friday film footage. As I say, it's a very short clip, and let's do that. So I hope you enjoyed that little insight to some of the chameleons that are always in my garden. I love to see them. I really do. I love to see them. So what creature do you like to see most in my garden? in my garden. As I say, my main channel, New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus, has a whole playlist of animals in my garden. There's a separate one of birds in my garden and a separate playlist of insects in my garden, how to get rid of certain insects and other insects you might think, oh, what's this in my garden? Check out the playlist there, My Friend or Foe, and it will tell you all about the insects and, if needs be, how to get rid of them. So let's do a quick jump over to Friday's quote corner for Friday. Okay, let's go straight on without any further ado, and let's do today's story time, continuing the story of where I used to live in England and some of the true stories about the past in that area. And if you want to hear previous episodes of this, then please go back to previous live editions. Our main source of national and local news was, of course, the daily newspapers, of which we had two. The Daily Mail, which Father always took off, folded under his arm to read during his train journey to the city, and the Daily Mirror, which he left behind for us to read at home. I adored the Pip, Squeak and Wilfred animal cartoons it had, and also looked forward every week to my copy of Rainbow, the popular children's comic containing fascinating stories of the Brewing Boys and Bluebell, a schoolgirl character who I thought wore a pair of magic gloves. Later on, I changed over to Schoolgirl's Own and revelled in the stories of life in boarding schools with their high-minded heroines, fat girls and comic characters. On the whole, I think that as children we were taken out with our parents far more than the modern child is. Daily walks to the shops or to relatives obviously took up more time and involved personal contacts rather than just being ferried to and from in a few minutes by car, with mother concentrating on traffic and driving and so unable to draw attention to the trees or flowers growing in gardens, for instance, or to stop and chat to friends and neighbours on the pavement. We also usually had to travel by tram or train into Croydon or Sutton to shop for special clothes, and this would involve having tea out in a large store such as Kennard's, which is now Debenhams, in North End, Croydon, or the old coffee house run by Wilson's with its fascinating high-back wooden seats and super freshly ground coffee being roasted on the premises and served with cream and brown sugar and a special kind of biscuit. Toasted tea cakes, hot buttered toast or crumpets would be chosen, to be followed by an array of fancy cakes served by waitresses in frilly aprons and caps to match their brown dresses. And at Kennard's, all the strains of light music from the trio or quartet, often of ladies only, hidden behind a bank of palms and plants. I loved these outings in my best hat and coat, as they made me feel quite grown up, which was greatly encouraged by Father. Sometimes he would send me on an errand locally when I was quite small, such as round to Bute Road, with a note to Mr. Knight, our somewhat old and crotchety gardener, requesting him to come and cut the hedges. Another trip I had to do was to go up to the gas company shop on the corner of Woodcote Road and Stanley Park Road and ask the manager, a family friend, to supply me with one small inverted gas mantle, please, before the days of electricity. Another errand I always rather dreaded was having to go round to the old council offices at 19 Belmont Road, the site of the present fire station, where I had to ring a bell on a rather high, old-fashioned counter and ask for Mr. Johnson, the rates officer, please, to whom I would hand the envelope containing father's rates. I had to be sure to bring back safely the precious receipt. Mr. Johnson, of course, spent many years serving the district, first with the parish of Beddington and later with the urban district of Beddington and Wallington, and eventually with the borough of that name, retiring during the Second World War. And here's a little advert for Kennard's Mill and Factory Sale, 2nd of November, Monday, 9:30. And there's a little copy of an advert for that. Ooh, Father Christmas arrives this Saturday. Let's read that little bit. Father Christmas arrives at Kennard's this Saturday, 11 o'clock. Will every child in Croydon please come to Kennard's on Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning? Well, that would be a bit of a cram. They need to come filter from 11 o'clock to welcome Father Christmas. At 11 o'clock, he arrives outside Kennard's in the treasure ship, loaded to its brim with stacks of toys, cases of toys, great boxes full of toys, basically toys, and great big golden key, which will unlock the door to Kennard's Bazaar and the stores of joy and happiness the bazaar holds for all. It's very hard to read, that's why I'm reading it slowly. This is where you can see Father Christmas on Saturday. The best place will be at Kennard's, but in case you cannot get there in time, you can see him at Crystal Palace, Penge entrance at 9:15 a.m. Penge at 5:30, Norwood Clock at 9:45, Selhurst at 10 a.m. I think that says Gloucester at 10:10, Thornton Heath Clock 10:20, Thornton Heath Pond at 10:40, Croydon Hospital at 10:45, West Croydon at 10:50, and then at Kennard's at 11 o'clock. The Pipers Band will assemble at Broad Green to conduct the procession at Kennard's. So that is how Father Christmas came to the Wallington area. So we'll continue with that next time. And the theme next time of that story is shops and shopkeepers. So it'd be interesting to see past times what sort of shops there were. So I hope you're enjoying that. Do let me know in the comments below. And let's continue with this. Okay, what's the subject of the quiz today? Well, we always have a completely different theme for our quizzes. And today we're going to be doing a quiz on winter sports. Winter sports. Let's see how you do on this one. The first question is, in which winter sport do players try to hit a puck into a goal? So I'm going to read them all first, then go through the answers. In which winter sport do players try to hit a puck into a goal? The next question, what is the front of a snowboard called? Ooh, don't think I know that one. Ooh, I had a guess and I'm right. So have a guess. You never know. These quizzes are to see what you think you don't know, but you do know. So have a guess. I guessed. I looked at the answer and I'm right. So what is the front of a snowboard called? Next question is, downhill skiing is part of the Winter Olympics. Is that true or is that false? Downhill skiing is part of the Winter Olympics. True or false? The next question. What is the name of the sticks held in the hand of a skier? What is the name of the sticks held in the hands of a skier? How are you doing? Have a guess. The next one. In which winter sport can competitors reach a speed of 60 kilometers per hour as they race round a track? In which winter sport can competitors reach a speed of 60 kilometers per hour as they race round a track? And the next one. Are there 6, 9 or 11 players per side in ice hockey? Are there 6, 9 or 11 players per side in ice hockey? The next one. Do Nordic or slalom skiers race a zigzagging course? Do Nordic or slalom skiers race a zigzagging course? And the next one. What is the back of a snowboard called? The back. I'm thinking of my correct answer of the front. Let's see. No, I got it wrong. What is the back of a snowboard called? What is the back of a snowboard called? And the next one. How many periods are there in an ice hockey game? How many periods are there in an ice hockey game? It's worth a guess. It's worth a guess. So have a guess. 2 more questions. The biathlon involves rifle shooting and what sort of skiing? Oh, I got that wrong. The biathlon involves rifle shooting and what sort of skiing? Now I've seen the answer, I'm like, oh yes, oh yes. The biathlon involves rifle shooting and what sort of skiing? And the last one. In what year did snowboarding become an Olympic sport? Oh my goodness, snowboarding. I wouldn't say that was that old. Okay, I've got an answer. Ooh. In what year did snowboarding become an Olympic sport? I was wrong. Okay, let's go through the questions again with the answers. The first question. In which winter sport do players try to hit a puck into a goal? And the answer is ice hockey. Did you get that? I'm sure you must have got that one. The second question. What is the front of a snowboard called? And the answer is the nose. I got that one. I just guessed. I didn't know. The nose. Downhill skiing is part of the Winter Olympics. True or false? And the answer is true. What is the name of the sticks held in the hands of a skier? And the answer is ski poles. The next one was, in which winter sport can competitors reach a speed of 60 kilometers per hour as they race round a track? And the answer is speed skating. I think you might have got that one for sure. Are there 6, 9 or 11 players per side in ice hockey? I'm sure my American friends would get that because that's quite a big sport in America. The answer is 6. I guess 9. It's only 6, but then yes, when you think of the size of the pitch, yes, the ice hockey pitch isn't that big and they all move, so they need to be free to move. So the answer is 6. Do Nordic or slalom skiers race a zigzagging course? Well, of course, that's slalom, isn't it? What is the back of a snowboard called? I got it wrong. The answer is the tail. Tell me in the comments if you got that one. The tail. How many periods are there in an ice hockey game? I completely guessed this and I got this one right, so I was pleased this one. The answer is 3. 3. I know American sports seem to have quite a lot of stops, so I thought it's not going to be 2, first half, second half, so I went for 3. That was my thought behind that, and I was right. Of course, it's for advertising as well. They say it's for breaks. It's for advertising. The next one was the biathlon involves rifle shooting and what sort of skiing? And that is where your Nordic skiing comes in. When you think of that, yes, I can picture that now. They have the rifles over their shoulder and they do their Nordic skiing. In what year did snowboarding become an Olympic sport? I was thinking early 90s, but my answer was 1989 because I thought, it's going to be earlier than I think. But no, it was actually 1998. So quite late, 1998. I would have said early 90s, if anything. So how did you do? Let me know in the comments below. And did you get any right that totally surprised you? Okay, let's go on to this segment. Okay, are you familiar with this? I think most people are, or other versions. Where's Wally? If you don't know, that is Wally. And basically you get pictures and you have to find Wally. But this book goes a little bit further because it says, let's see. I'm just trying to miss out the bits that it's not there. You basically have to find Wally, and why not try searching each picture, find me, Wally, Woof, I'll show you pictures of them in a minute, Woof, but remember with Woof, all you can see is his tail, Wenda, wizard, Wenda's one person, Wenda, wizard Whitebeard, and Adlaw. Then look for my key, Woof's bone, Wenda's camera, Wizard Whitebeard's scroll, and Oddlaw's binoculars. Now it does say there's more than one bone in this first picture I'm going to show you. So it's saying in this scene, it's the bone nearest to the dog's tail is the one you're looking for. It says there are also 25 Wally watchers. So they are the ones who dress like him, but are not him. And it says each of those appear only once somewhere in the book. And one more thing, can you find another character not shown below who appears once in every picture? So there's a lot to look for. So I'll show you the picture of all the people and things they're saying to look for. So you've got Wally first, then the dog, then that must be Winder, and then the white beard guy, and then it's all the other people. Oddlaw was his name, Adlaw, can't remember what it said his name was in the yellow, and then all the Wally watchers, and then one more person who is not in that lineup that also appears. So I'm going to just scan. It's a small book, so I'm just going to slowly show you the page and see how many you can just find. So just count on your fingers if you need to. Just count how many you think you see, and let me know in the comments how many you see. So I'll hold it for a while, but I will keep moving it around. I think you can see that quite well. Go to that edge. Just have some background music here. Are you spotting any yet? I can't really see what I'm showing you, so I can't play. Don't forget to count how many you think you see, and let me know in the comments how many you did find. And I'm not shaking the book. I got the fan on, which doesn't really help. I got the fan on, so it's blowing the book around a little bit. How many can you see? And of course, you can always replay this back again if you've forgotten who and what you're looking for. Replay it back. Oh. This is a good game when your grandchildren come round and you don't know how to amuse them. Stick this bit of video on, and to prove they're right, get them to actually point to them on the screen. I expect it's easier for you as well to see if you're watching this on your TV back. I know a lot of people do watch my lives back on their TV. Oh, put fingers over the page. That doesn't really help, does it? Oh, we went that way. We're going this way. These are good things if children can play in the car or whatever. I could never play games in a car. I always got car sick. So, how many did you find? Let me know in the comments below. And as I say, there's a whole mini book of them. So maybe another time we might do some more if it's something that you enjoy. And let's do this. So, question of the day. I'm just putting a bookmark in because if we do more of these, I won't remember where we got to. Okay, question of the day. Ooh, snakes. Do you have snakes in your country? If you do, tell me how many, or if you only have a few, maybe you could tell me what types of snake you have. And also tell me how many are venomous and how many are dangerously venomous. And have you encountered snakes? If so, what do you do? What do you do when you encounter a snake? Now on this channel, I have all the snakes of Cyprus on this channel. So you can find those. I don't know if they're in their own separate playlist. I think they might be in their own playlist, or if not, then they're in an animal playlist. I think they have their own. I'm not sure. And I have shared with you so you can identify them. If you do happen to either visit or come to Cyprus, you can identify them. And I go through each one in a separate video. And then there are some videos where I've just filmed them when I encounter them. So we have one deadly snake that you've literally got minutes to get the anti-venom from, and you can't just go anywhere for the anti-venom because it doesn't last very long to be effective, highly effective. So, and we live very rurally, we would have to have an air ambulance where we live to get to anti-venom. So let me know about the snakes in your country. And as I say, do check out on this channel my snake videos, and you will see all the different types of snakes in Cyprus, if that's something that interests you. Okay, we're going to finish there today. And I'd just like to say thank you to those of you watching back later. Thank you to those who have been recommending my channel. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. And don't forget, if you recommend my channel, let people know if they do come and have a look, to let me know how they heard of my channel. So we're going to finish there today, and I will see you back here next Friday, or on my other channel. I do Tuesday. No, I don't. I do Monday and Wednesday live on my other channel. New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. They're a little later than this one. So do click on, and it will tell you under the live segment, it will convert to your country and tell you what time my lives begin. But of course, you can always watch them back later. So if you enjoyed this, do go and check out my other lives, and I'll see you next time.